everyone, Keto Baker Babe here, and today I'll be making a fall version of a cake that is taking the keto world by storm, the Kentucky Butter Cake. I'll be adding pumpkin, spices, brown butter, and bourbon to give this a nice, comforting flavor. This dessert clocks in at about 3 net carbs per serving and is super delicious. My husband says that it tastes like pumpkin pie. I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, to start making our cake, we are going to start with adding 4 tablespoons of melted butter, then 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, and 2 tablespoons of sour cream. And we're just going to whisk that up until it's incorporated. Okay, next I'm going to add 1 whole egg with 1 egg yolk. Alright, once that's incorporated, I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup of erythritol. And now we can add our dry ingredients. I have 1 cup of blanched almond flour. And then I have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and then 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. And now we can begin filling our cake pan. Okay, so I have these cute little silicone bundt cake pan you can get off of Amazon. This recipe would do the 6. You could double this recipe to make a whole bundt, but I like the little ones. You first want to prepare your pan by lining it with butter, and be pretty generous with your butter, otherwise your cakes can stick. Okay, when your pan is all completely lined with butter, you can see kind of how much butter I've used there. We can start scooping our batter in. I have a number 50 scoop. You can see the number in the inner mechanism. I use 2 scoops per bun. And then I just kind of flatten this out with my finger. Once you have the batter all spread in the pan, it can go into a 350 degree preheated oven for 20 minutes. once your cakes come out of the oven, we're going to set them aside to cool, and we are going to make our brown butter sauce. So first we are going to take 2 tablespoons of butter and put them in a small soft pot. Then we're going to brown the butter on the stove to get that nice caramelized flavor. Okay, once your milk solids are brown and not burnt, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of erythritol and 1 whole teaspoon or 1 whole tablespoon of water and 1 whole tablespoon of bourbon. And we're going to set that aside. Okay, now we're going to take our butter cake and we are going to poke it with a skewer. About 5 or 6 holes in each bunt. And then we can pour our brown butter bourbon syrup over the top of each one. And now we can just set them aside to cool completely. Okay, so once your cakes have cooled down, you can unmold them. With the silicone mold, it is fairly easy to do. It might be a little more difficult with a traditional bundt pan, but with the silicone mold, it makes it super duper easy. You can eat these as they are, or you can serve them with a keto vanilla ice cream, sugar-free whipped cream, keto-friendly cranberry compote, cream cheese drizzle, whichever you prefer. I don't mind eating them plain, but some of the other stuff sounds pretty delicious too. Well, until next time, have a sweet day.